controversies over Governor Aregbesola's new local government restructuring as he announces 31 new local council development areas, changes to parliamentary system. The Osun governor gets a backlash of what he says will be a productive outlook for grassroots governance in the state. And that's the focus on the program. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining on Politics Today. I'm Imana Amawe. Well, let's first take a look at the political stories that have been in the front burner this week.
Political roundup on China's television. Here are your top political stories this time.
And more rerun elections this weekend. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, will tomorrow conduct rerun elections in Cross River and Akwa Ibom states. The commission in Akwa Ibom State says it has received sensitive materials from the Central Bank of Nigeria for onward distribution to affected voting areas in the state. The sensitive materials arrived at INEC headquarters in Uyo, escorted by heavily armed security personnel. The materials, which were securely packaged, were removed from the security vehicle into INEC office in the full glare of the media and representatives of political parties. Sorting began almost immediately for immediate distribution to the respective local government areas where the exercise will take place.
Apart from the issue of distributing the materials right now, we have also made a lot of preparation in terms of other logistic aspects, like the issue of getting enough vehicles so as to transport our men and materials to the field. The security is also on top of the situation right now, because right from yesterday, if you notice, there have been improved security presence around our office here, as well as the local government, our INEC offices at the local government level. These materials will not move without the presence of police. Indeed, they also escorted us to CBN for us to receive these materials to this office. And it's expected that they are going to follow these materials to the various local government areas today.
And interesting times in the All Progressives Congress APC in Kano State, as a former governor and serving Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso may be in trouble with his party. Some of the party leaders at the press conference says it will take drastic measures that may lead to the suspension of the former governor Rabiu Kwankwaso over allegations of misconduct and political conspiracy. At a joint press conference by the party elders, committee and leaders of the party, Chairman Umar Dogowa accused Senator Kwankwaso of violating the party's rules and regulations. And the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, will soon convene a meeting of relevant stakeholders and organs of the party to decide on the zoning of the party's national offices. The Deputy Senate President, Ike Ekweremadu, clarified that there won't be any secret zoning of national offices of the People's Democratic Party. The Deputy Senate President says the constitution of the party is clear on the modalities of zoning the offices, and the party will not engage in any secret meeting capable of scuttling the efforts at rebuilding the party ahead of the 2019 elections. Senator Ekweremadu adds that it should be clear to all that the days of any form of impunity and underhandedness within Africa's biggest party, the PDP, are gone. He says we are committed to returning fully to the founding principles and philosophies of the PDP. And to the streets now in Ekiti State, some residents took to the streets of Ikere, a major road, to protest the alleged arrest of 4 lawmakers of the Ekiti House of Assembly by the Department of State Security, the SSS. Vehicular movements along the major street were altered as the protesters blocked the passage. The protesters, bearing placards with different inscriptions, condemned the alleged arrest of the lawmakers and the State Commissioner of Finance, alleging that the act spells some sinister motives. The protesters are seeking the immediate release of the men said to have been arrested.
and you're up to date. Those are your top political stories you need to know.
Welcome once again. Remember, it's Politics Today, and you can join the conversation on Twitter. The hashtag to use is hashtag Politics Today, and the Twitter handle is at CTV Politics. And to the issues of the day, as we saw earlier, we'll start off with the rerun election holding tomorrow, Saturday, the 12th of March, in Cross River and Akwa Ibom State. In Cross River State, the election will hold in 5 wards of Yaka local government area, and the security agencies have held a meeting with the various stakeholders where the different political parties signed a treaty to uphold peace before, during and after the election. That's following a stern warning from the police commissioner in the state, Henry Fadairo. In the meantime, in Akwa Ibom State, 4 constituencies will come out on the same day, that's March the 12th, to vote representatives into office. The independent electoral body in the state has also been very busy sensitizing the public on how to conduct themselves on election day, with about 10,000 of its staff on ground, and the security agents are also alert to ensure peace and order all seems set for the election. Well, away from the rerun elections in Cross River and Akwa Ibom states tomorrow, we'll watch and keep tab on how things play out, and we'll keep you up to date as usual. We now move to our focus for the day. The Osun State Governor Aregbesola has constituted 31 new local council development areas, 3 area councils and 2 administrative offices. Before now, the state had 30 local government areas and 1 area office. This move has been greeted with mixed reactions. There have been strong calls in some quarters by people in the state for the creation of the new council areas, which they say will foster development across board. However, some political pundits argue about the legality of the constitution of these LCDAs. Some even say there might be some hidden agenda, especially in a country where the issue of local government administration has been a sore point for some. Some, well, yes, indeed, have several questions arising from the governor's recent decisions. Let's take a look at the figures that the governor has, the offices the governor has constituted. The governor says he's going to run a parliamentary style government. He's not going to operate the federal system. He's going to operate the parliamentary style of government. He's also gone ahead and dissolved the management committees of the existing 30 local council areas and the area offices, and their executive secretaries, the deputy executive secretaries, members, special advisors, and other functionaries. He's dissolved all those offices. He says the parliamentary system is what's going to be adopted. He's also said it's not going to cost the state more. The state is not going to incur more financial burden. It's actually going to help growth in the state. How that's going to work, more offices, and the governor says less funds will be expended. Well, let's see. He's also appointed new managers this time around on an interim basis of 3 months. These managers will occupy the new offices in Osun State in the 31 local council development areas that have been constituted. Well, joining me now on the program to shed more light on the issue is from our Abuja studio is a lawyer. He's Victor Akim. Thank you very much, Mr. Akim, for joining in.